Hello, it's nice to see you again. Thanks for coming by my channel. Today I have to say I had a sewing video planned that I wanted to film, but I stayed up last night too long on my phone looking at all kinds of things. But anyway, so today I thought I would film a fun video that's not really sewing related, but to me it's something that I find really fun, and I'm sure that you figured it out already from the title. It's wigs. So I've had a lot of people over the years tell me that wigs are ridiculous. I have had people make fun of people that wear wigs. I have had people really be very critical of women that already have hair and wear wigs. And I myself maybe have a little bit of a different perspective because my grandmother and my mom both had, well, my grams has passed, they have had alopecia. So to me, wigs are not that big of a deal. It's just something that they wore to help themselves to feel better. Now, I had grown out my hair, which is it's on the thin side. It's a very baby fine and always has been. And today it's straightened, but usually it's like a wild nest of hair. And that's something that I've tried to go against my whole life. I've always had wild, unkept, very wavy, but not wavy enough to be like nice, just like wavy, looking like, you know, I just got out of bed head. So for me, I have tried wigs and I have found some varying successes. About 3 years now, I started growing out my gray, and I was really excited about that. Ooh, I was so excited to grow out my gray. I think since junior high, I have wanted long, like my wavy texture hair and be all silvery gray. I finally went to grow it out, and all through lockdown and even after, that was maybe about 2 years of growing it out, not touching it at all. And boy, was I disappointed. It just did not want to come in the amount of gray that I wanted. So it was brown, and some parts were red, and some parts were silvery white, and some parts were just, but the majority of it was just salt and pepper, because I just found that on me with my coloring, it was really making me look like I had kind of given up. Like I had that kind of like I'm getting old look, instead of it being like, cool, I grew in my gray. So for me right now, I decided to color it. To me, I decided to color it. Now, I'm not saying down the road I won't grow in my gray again. I'm just saying for right now, I'm really happy with the color change, and it's made me feel fresh and springy. I have had my hair pretty much every color you could think of, except for, you know, I did it like a dark purple, but I never did it like the hot pink that I always wanted. And now I think I'm kind of maybe past that, but in every other iteration of blonde and red and brown and black, I've done it. And I've had every kind of hairstyle, short, long, every kind of thing possible. So now to me, wigs are kind of exciting because they afford me the ability to change my hair, and I don't do any hair damage. So it totally saves me, but gives me that kind of, you know, cool feeling. But anyway, that's my little story. I don't think wigs are a big deal. I like them. Also, I thought I would share some things not to do because I sabotaged a couple of these that were really nice, and I'll show you what I mean. So I am going to get my wig cap on and the wig grip that keeps the wigs from slipping off, and I'll be right back. One thing you have to remember is that the hair under your wig has to be as absolutely flat as you can possibly get it. Now, I usually do like a tiny little ponytail bun right at the base here, and I kind of let it flop down like that so that it stays kind of flat-ish. So that's one thing that I learned, because the flatter that you get the wig to lay on your head, the more natural it's going to look. Now, obviously, some of them, they're not going to look like exactly natural, but natural enough is what the goal is. So this is the one that I wear for a wig cap because I have a really huge head. And the other ones that are like a stocking, they just pop right off my head. They do not stay on. So I do that, and then for a maximum glam, we do the wig grip. And so this has like a velour texture that, or feels like velvet, and it kind of like stops the wig from slipping right off your head. Okay, we are locked and loaded. Let's see, which one should I do first? This is one of my favorites. Now the top is reasonably natural looking. It's a little thick up here, and I could tweeze it out a little more. I just haven't done that yet. And we'll try to put this one on. You have to attach the little grippy things in the back. It has this little band that's like adjustable, and you can move it into the little positions based on the size of your head. Mine, as you can see, is in the last because my head is so big. And then these little combs also kind of, they'll attach like under your wig grip and help you with it. So just looking, I have a mirror over here. And yeah, fixing it is an art in itself, because if you fix it and attach it to your head and style it, you're gonna feel more confident for wearing it. So don't think that you just pop it on and boom, it's good. Okay, so I guess that's the best I can get this one now. I can't, make the video like 85 minutes long. So that's that one. And that gives me, I don't know, I find with this color, maybe it's because I have a bit of Irish heritage in me, but I find that the red tends to brighten up my skin. I love the waves in this. I find this is so, for just a cheap synthetic wig, I find the waves in this are amazingly realistic. Like, it's not too much, it's not overly styled. It is more on the thick side, so, there aren't too many people that have this much hair, but, really, if people are sitting there and counting, the hairs on your head or your hair density, maybe they're spending a little too much time doing that. Okay, so we'll try on the next one. This is a good brush too. I find it's pretty gentle. Ooh, a lot of hairs. Yeah, it's pretty gentle as it goes through the wig. Now this one, I love the color of this wig. This color of this wig is like super natural looking. It's got a little bit darker on the top. Now this one, I decided that I was going to cut bangs. Now it came with kind of like a curtain bang type of thing, but I wanted more on my forehead, and as you can tell, this is not, it's a synthetic wigs have the weirdest bangs. They're almost like they're greasy because of the way that the hair lays down on your head. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm sure it's some cheapy way they have of cutting corners, but it sure would be nice if they could figure that sort of thing out, because the technology, the hair feels really, well, I would say this one is a little bit coarse, but the way that it moves and the way that it lays is, I think it's pretty natural. I think that It looks really nice. Tea gray. But again, the bangs, it's just not a cool situation for me. Now, if I go to like wear it with a hat or something, I don't mind it as much. It'll kind of keep the bangs kind of sitting still. But without it, I'm not too much a fan. But anyways, that's that one. Now, the other two were purchased online from Amazon. And I'm not a big Amazon lover, but you do have a limited budget for something like this. That is a place that you can get, you know, the more inexpensive wigs. Got a hair right in my eye. Okay, so then this one I thought, all right, I'm going to support someone that's a smaller seller, someone that does these on their own. And I got this one from Etsy. And I think if I remember right, it came from the Netherlands. This was last year. And I love the style. I love, it's almost basically, this is my hair on a good day if I don't straighten it or anything. It has that very tously look to it. The bangs are pretty nice. I like the color reasonably well, but especially after the 3 weeks it took, and oh, this seller was super nice. I still feel like I have a hair. Please hold. Okay, I think we're good. So this one, like I said, it took about 3 weeks to come, and the seller was just such a sweetheart. I mean, A+ customer service. Unfortunately, when it came, it took me a little bit of time before I was able to open it. And when I finally did get to it, I realized that the way it was made, it's kind of like you can see the tracks that are holding the hair to the wig. And if that is going to, like, the wind is going to blow or something, that is not going to be cute. So that was an unfortunate disappointment, but the texture of this is really nice. And the curl, the wave that they have in it is just, it's amazing. I've already washed it. I've washed all these. And I think that this is really nice. It's a little bit full up here. It could be a little bit less full, but I don't mind it. I think that it's definitely got like a kind of 80s look to it, but I don't mind that. I don't mind the overall look of it. But that was the only thing, is I don't feel good about wearing it out again unless I was wearing it with a hat. And then I could feel like the hat was kind of keep the hair from blowing like in the wind or anything. And then it won't show that so much on the sides. But in any event, I really like it. I think it's cute. And yeah, so that's this one. I guess we'll go to, I hate to go to 2 fails in a row. Okay, I'll go to a good one after this. This one I find is kind of funny. I feel like I look like my mom when I wear this one. But I like it. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it makes me giggle every time I wear it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my mom. And she might have had one like this. I don't remember. But I like this one. This is probably one of the most inexpensive ones of all of these. And I think that this one, like anytime I wear it, I feel good about it. Again, the bangs are a little wackadoo. They don't lay the way that they're supposed to. And I've trimmed these because these were just like a long curtain bang. But I've trimmed these myself. Let's see if the part is straight. And I'm not too thrilled with how they lay. I like everything else, but I may have to take the flat iron to the bangs and try to straighten them out. But overall, I like this one. I like it. It just kind of feels just, I guess, like my hair. Like I would hope my hair would lay if it was nice hair. But this one it's got like a nice layering through it, so you can either wear it like really smooth, or you can kind of tousle it out and, you know, let the pieciness show. And a lot of these too, like you can kind of pull them back and do like a little, like a half up, half down style. And I really like that too. I think that it also helps to make the wigs look more like they're your real hair. And I find too that the less you do this like perfectly, like just kind of scoop up the hair, I think it looks better than if you do it like you wouldn't want to part it, because then you would see the unevenness and you would see the different tracks and the wig cap underneath. But I like this one. I like that I've also worn it like this. I've worn it in a side ponytail, and I like that a lot too. So overall, I really like this one. This one though, the hair is thick. You can feel it, and it doesn't feel like human hair. I would say it kind of feels like not really horse hair, but kind of, you know, like a really well-conditioned horse mane. It kind of feels like. But overall, I really like it. I think it's pretty nice for the money that I paid, which was not that much. I want to say it was like maybe $29 or at the most like $32. So that's pretty good. So on to the next one. This is not at all what I had wanted. When I had ordered this one, this was another one from Etsy. Oh, that last one was from Amazon as well. This was not at all what I had seen in the photo. And that's one thing I have to say about when you are buying online. It is such a deceiving thing to look at a lot of these wigs, and they're on the beautiful mannequin heads. My goodness, some of these mannequin heads are like, they're so beautiful. The way they have them made up, and they look so real. And I mean, they're just styled like impeccably. And then you get the wig and it's like this. First of all, and I'm pretty sure you can see, this was shown in the pictures as having like platinum color. And this is like, all I can think of is it looks like doll hair. Like doll yellow hair. And again, it was a super nice seller, and I had to wait like several weeks again for it to come to me. I think this one was from Great Britain. And again, she was so sweet, and it was a final sale thing. It was on sale, and it was not that cheap. I think this one was my most expensive. It was like, I think it was somewhere around $80. And no, I think with the tax and the shipping, it was close to 100. And this is a half human hair, half synthetic. Well, I think maybe this little part here is the human hair, and I think all the rest of this is synthetic, because it is like doll hair. It really legit is. And it's very sad. It's very, I mean, it's final sale. There's nothing I can do. So it's, you know, it's a chance that I took to buy this online. And it's very sad. I'm thinking like, maybe I can repurpose this, or maybe even donate it to somebody that needs wigs or some. I wanted it to be platinum. I wanted the style to be more like a kind of a chopped, like it showed on the mannequin. Not at all. It kind of looks like that hair from, is it Lord of the Rings? Or no, not Lord of the Rings. What is that movie? or no, it's a TV series. It's not Outlander, it's that, I can't remember. I think people were naked in it all the time. I haven't watched any of that, so I don't even know. But anyway, that's this one. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it was an unfortunate lesson learned. So I'm going to do, I have one more and then I'm done. Now, this one is an unfortunate mistake that I made. I absolutely loved this wig. I absolutely loved the curl on it. I love the texture of it. I love the weight of it. I loved everything about it. It is way too much hair, but I don't think it's like really, really bad. I mean, yeah, obviously it's a lot of hair, but I think that because the look of it is so nice, I think it's like you can pass it. And you know what? If someone says, oh, that, you know, it looks like a wig or whatever, yeah, it is a wig. So what? Who cares? I mean, celebrities wear wigs. A lot of people wear wigs. Not that big a deal anymore. Now this one, however, I again got the bright idea. I'm going to cut some bangs, and I followed a YouTube tutorial, and this is what I got. So don't do that if you get a nice wig. Either bring it somewhere to get it professionally done, or yeah, I don't recommend you just do it. I mean, it's really too bad because the rest of the wig is so nice. And again, I can still wear this with a hat, so it's not a total loss. Well, this hat is a little small on this wig, but you know what I mean. It's not a total loss, and I really do like this is like the long hair of my dreams. This is like, ooh, yeah, I love feeling like I have long hair and I just want to braid it and I just want to, you know, wear it in a half up, half down. I just, oh yeah. This one just makes me, this one and the red one I think are my two favorites. They just make me so happy. But anyway, that was this video. And I hope if any of you are just thinking of trying out wigs and you just, you know, either you're growing out your gray, that's another thing that's really good. When you grow out your gray, hats and wigs are two amazing, fun things that you can use. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wouldn't have the courage to do that, or I would feel self-conscious, like everybody's looking at me. It's not like it used to be. I mean, when I was young, it was my grams and maybe she had one or two other friends that wore wigs. And I never knew anybody that had wigs. And then as I was growing up, my mom was wearing them. And then now, I mean, I think probably 80–90% of Hollywood is either wearing hair extensions or wigs or, you know, anything like that. Because they can't have their hair, you know, treated and styled and cut and all kinds of things all the time, because it brings damage to your hair after a while. So anybody, any celebrity, I guarantee if their hair is really gorgeous, it's probably a wig. So I just thought I'd give you some ideas and just have some fun. And I think now I'm gonna go make some tea. And Tea Gray, you're a good boy today. Thank you so much. Thanks for being so patient. You get a treat. I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for watching, and I love you. Bye-bye.